storm has passed, the time is now to go to bed. You can do it somehow. The storm is gone, and maybe it's not too long until you rest your head, get some sleep, try to dream of something sweet. Just fine tonight. Gonna sleep just fine tonight. Tonight.
Hey there, folks. It's Adam here, jumping right into Instant Weather Pro to look at this active tornado warning. We gave a nice heads up on it here. Let's see here. Posted tornado potential at 6:04 p.m. And then the original tornado warning was, I believe, it was at 6:13. So gave a 9-minute heads up on this rotating storm of tornado potential. Environment Canada did issue a tornado warning for it. Kudos to them. And I'm only a minute into the live stream, and my son's already knocking at the door. That didn't take long. Give me just 1 second. Okay. That didn't take long. Quite a bit of rotation here. near Maidstone. We did have a report of about quarter size hail in the Maidstone area, which makes sense based on this radar going through Maidstone, Saskatchewan at the moment. So tornado warning Saskatchewan. We do have a tornado watch across a good swath of Saskatchewan as well. There was a tornado watch in Alberta, but they did drop it, although we are seeing some fairly potent storms here east of Calgary. Nothing too substantial, but decent storm heading towards maybe Brooks at the moment. We did see some decent stuff up here as well, too. There was a severe thunderstorm warning north of Cold Lake. And there is a severe thunderstorm warning northeast of Edmonton, but I don't know how long that's going to last because it looks like it has dialed down quite a bit. And yes, we do have the tornado warning, of course, that has been extended to the northeast here. So the Maidstone area, Paynton, 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 I think, area, just heading up towards Edam, Edam, Adam. It's a classic thing on our live stream where I can't pronounce a darn thing. So this is all northwest of North Battleford. And yeah, there are some other storms here, though, heading over towards the Moose Jaw area and the Regina area at the moment. So we're keeping a close eye on them. That area is under a severe thunderstorm watch at the moment from Environment Canada. But they may extend that to the east as these storms start to track further to the east. We will see. So we're just going to keep a close eye on these. We may go into hybrid mode at some point in time, depending on what happens with that tornado warning. But if it continues strong, then we'll continue to track it here. But yeah, it's been pretty active as of late here in Saskatchewan, and quite a few tornado warnings the other day. Or was that yesterday? I don't know. I can't keep track of time anymore. But quite a few the other day. I don't know if there's any touchdowns from it, but there was definitely many tornado warnings and many strong rotating storms. So we're seeing multiple tilts of rotation still on this storm. It's got a little bit of a hook on it. Let's just animate it here. A little bit of a kind of a tail, a little bit of a hook. And it's got, if we go to wind velocity on Instant Weather Pro, you can see multiple areas of rotation here. And we saw that rotation quite early on when it was down here. And I was like, okay, I got to post tornado potential on this because it's really ripping here. Obviously inside of the tornado watch. Now remember, watch for a warning. Watch typically comes first, typically. But when it's a strong environment and they're really expecting stuff, that's when Environment Canada puts out a tornado watch first and foremost. There have been many situations where there's a severe thunderstorm watch first and then a tornado warning. That does happen fairly often in certain parts of the country. But out here in the prairies, they're typically pretty confident when they think there's going to be a tornado risk, and they're quite proactive with putting out a tornado watch in advance, and we like to see that. That's great. Love that proactive approach to notifying folks about severe weather. But remember, tornado watch just means watch for a warning. A watch doesn't mean that you need to take shelter. A warning typically means that you need to take shelter. But you also have to make sure the warning's for your area, because with the way the alert ready system is set up, is that if you are close enough to a cell phone tower that is inside of the warning, you're going to receive it on your phone. And in a lot of cases, you might not even be inside the tornado warning. So there's likely many situations where people get a tornado warning, they're running to the basement, and they're not even inside the tornado warning. So it's really good to double check on like our free app, Instant Weather. You can double check to see, am I actually inside of the tornado warning? And then typically there's a locations impacted statement too, which will say certain areas that are inside the risk of where that storm is moving. So, but yeah, we got some pretty potent tight rotation here. 73 on one side, 24 on the other. So it's not super duper strong, but it's definitely strong enough. It's much stronger on tilt 2 here. 84 on one side, 36 on the other side. You just add those numbers up and you got your V-rot there. And it's right inside of the hook. So yeah, let's see what tilt 3 looks like. Okay. We have rotation on all tilts, at least all 4 tilts. There's actually 17 tilts. We have all that data too. We've been meaning to add it to Instant Weather Pro. We got to get around to it. The to-do list on Instant Weather Pro is pretty substantial. So one thing at a time. But yeah, we have our tornado risk polygon, our tornado potential polygon that we posted much earlier, and we've been tracking these storms ever since, for about an hour actually now. So we thought it was probably a good time to go live because radar continues to show rotation, so it's not like this was kind of like real quick and then done, which is kind of like it was the other day where there was rotation, but then it died off really fast. Rotation died off really fast. So these are definitely hanging a bit stronger. And we've got storms again moving towards Moose Jaw, moving towards Regina. So, and they look fairly organized. Let's see this one down here, 20% severe, total severe risk. Only a 1% tornado risk on that cell right now, but let's see which direction it's moving. It's trying to track to the east, almost to the northeast here. So we'll see what that does. We'll see what these storms do as they track to the northeast. And again, depending on how they evolve over the next few frames, we may go into hybrid mode. And hybrid stream mode is where we basically leave the radar up, and then if things get crazy, we jump back on the stream. So we might go into that mode. We'll see here. We will see. Steve says, what do the tilts mean? So actually tilts are, when radar scans, it scans as close to the surface as possible. Then it tilts up a bit. It scans a little bit higher, scans a little bit higher, scans a little bit higher, a little bit higher. And those are each of the tilts. So tilt 1 is closest to the surface, still high up off the surface, but closest to the surface. And then the next scan is tilt 2, which is a little bit higher. Tilt 3 is a little bit higher. Tilt 4 is a little bit higher. And again, it goes all the way up to 17 with the Canadian radars, which is almost pointing vertical, but not quite. It's on a little bit of an angle here. Let's see here. Tilt to the radar beam. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's right. You said height of the winds. Yeah, I mean, that is not a bad way of putting it, because if you're looking at tilt 4, those winds are much higher up. So that would be a greater height of those particular winds. So that's an interesting way of putting it. Height of the winds, or it depends on what you're looking at. You could be looking at rain, you could be looking at wind, and it depends, So if you're looking at rain, then it would be the height of the rain. And if you're looking at the winds, it would be the height of the winds there. So give me just 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay. So yeah, this storm is actually starting to pick it up quite a bit here near Ada. The percentages are getting a little bit higher here. 3% tornado risk now, 39% total severe risk on it. And these are the storms that are southwest of Moose Jaw and Regina. So we're going to keep a close eye on them as they track to the east. They're trying to head up towards Regina now. I think I'm going to do a polygon on these ones because they're starting to kick it up a notch here. And these ones too as well to the northwest of the radar station. But this particular storm right here is starting to kick it up. I really want to make sure what direction it's going. Yeah, it's moving east actually, but you see it's kind of building to the northeast, but it's still moving east. So I'll reflect that in my polygon here. So let's go to our notification system and let's find that storm here. Okay, now actually let me jump back here to radar for a second. Let me just make sure that I'm logged in here. 1 sec. Let me just figure that out here. And let me go to, just 1 sec. Okay. Yeah, let's go find that storm here real quick. Actually, a storm down there near Hamilton I want to take a peek at, but let me just jump over to this storm here real quick and do a polygon for it. It's trying to move to the northeast, but also kind of extend to the east. So let's do something like this and something like maybe this, I think-ish. I'm going to go that whole area right there. The rotation, by the way, on that storm we were watching looks like it's strengthened here. And that's the storm that's underneath a tornado warning from Environment Canada here. So I'm going to go take a peek at that in a sec. So let's check out this polygon here. 10,550. Oh, you can't see what I'm looking at. Sorry. 10,577 people in the path of this polygon. I'm going to go severe thunderstorm potential on that one. And we're carefully monitoring the storm that is located. Let me see exactly where it's located here. Located near Moss Bank. I'll just say southwest of Moose Jaw. That's probably a good place. Located near Moss Bank, southwest of Moose Jaw, tracking to the east-northeast. And the timing here is going to be 7:23. Okay, and oh, that's the wrong date. I have to update that. And today is Wednesday, June 25th. That's right. And let's go SK Storm, and that's 23. It'll be 24 by the time I send this out, so I'll change that time. That looks good to me. It's going to be a big locations list, but I'm going to let it ride. Let's see here. Looks good, and send. Okay. So I've done that. I've sent that out to all those folks. Let's jump back to radar here. I want to, and actually let me go and change my date because it's completely wrong. Uh-oh. Did I switch it to PM or did I leave it at AM? Oh no, what have I done? Oh no, I hope I didn't leave it at AM. Oh, I left it at AM. Oh no. No. Okay, I'm going to resend that out here real quick. Oh no. The pain and the misery of that. Okay, let me go fix that real fast here in the background. Oopsie. That was a mistake because I still had an AM on my pre-baked date that I opened up. Oh boy. Let me get rid of that AM. That is bad. Okay, let me also go to... Oh boy. Let me get rid of this AM one real quick. Oopsie. Thankfully, I'm human, so I can always use that as an excuse. All right, move to trash. Good. And let's go to our Twitter account and find that one real quick. I didn't even post because I think we've exceeded our... Yeah, we've exceeded our API usage, so it didn't even post on Twitter. Okay. That's not a great thing, but it's better than me posting the wrong thing. Okay, and let's go Instant Weather SK. All right, let me just fix that real quick. Oopsie. Oh, somebody shared it. Don't share that. It says AM. Oh boy. Okay, I should be able to scrap that real quick. There we go. Move to trash. Perfect. Okay. That's fixed. 11,000 people just got something that said 7:24 a.m. Probably marginally confused, and my apologies for that. But I have fixed it quickly. Quickly fixed it. Okay, I've adjusted the date. Let me see here. That's going to be 5. Let me make sure. Monday, June 25th. Looks good to me. Okay. All right. And we're back. Okay, let's jump into the radar here. Yeah, that's the storm right there. Has some potential for severe development, so did that polygon just let folks in the path know that that might have some potential there. Let's jump back to the tornado warning storm here. On the previous frame, it was looking quite potent there. And on the latest frame, it kind of got a little messier again. But clearly a hook on that storm. Clearly seeing rotation, even if it is a bit broad at that point. There was a stronger bit of rotation up here as well, too, near Turtleford, near Daysville. But it has gotten a bit softer and more broad as well. So we'll continue to track this. I think my polygon's just about toast as this storm is moving to the east, and it's going to eventually leave my polygon here. But thankfully, Environment Canada has the tornado warning over it. So it looks like they have dropped the severe thunderstorm warning northeast of Edmonton, which makes perfect sense. I don't know how long this one's going to last up here as well. Just got a little bit of hail in there, but I don't know if it's going to last that long. As far as the alert is concerned, again, that's up to Environment Canada, but just based on what we're seeing, it seems to be getting a bit weaker. So I could see that being dropped, or they let it expire as the storms move into Saskatchewan from Alberta there. So, and then we did put out this polygon for severe thunderstorm potential. I think I'm going to scrap that now. There is the storm west of Brooks, but it's kind of boring. So let's just jump over to our notification system, wherever I left that. Where did it go? Right about... Oh, I see. I see. Right. Somewhere. Did I lose it? Where did it go? Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay. Let's jump over to that and go to severe thunderstorm potential east of Strathmore. Yeah, get rid of that one. We have the tornado potential one. I'll leave that for now, I think. I think so. Let's see. Yeah, it could be some gusty winds coming in a Moose Jaw there. And a little bit of broad rotation east of Eyebrow. See the percentages there. 3% tornado risk on that cell. It's kind of wrapping up a little bit, heading over towards Chamberlain, Saskatchewan at the moment. I did want to go see, and let me just take a look at Tilt 2 there. Okay. There's something going on. Something going on there. Quite disconnected from each other, but... Okay, I have to remember that I'm on Tilt 2. Let's go take a quick peek at Tilt 2 over by this tornado-warned storm near Paynton? Quite a hail core on that thing. My goodness. What's the DBZ in here? 67. Yeah, 67.5. So that's probably dropping some pretty decent sized hail, I would assume. Storms heading into Humboldt as well, too, just east of the tornado watch. And then these storms down here are kind of looking like the most promising as far as development is concerned, just based on what we're seeing with reflectivity. I just want to take a quick peek down at what was happening in Hamilton. Oh, they're just little babies down there. Okay. There was a tiny little pulsy pop-up storm, and then it fizzled away. Okay, nothing too exciting there. What else is happening across the country? A whole lot of nothing. Looking for lightning data anywhere. Now, all the action seems over here. Oh, there's some action in British Columbia. Let's see here. Down by Cranbrook, seen some lightning strikes. A little bit up by areas west of Williams Lake, British Columbia. Nothing too exciting, though, as far as storms are concerned here. Let's go to 2. Let's go to 1. All right. Okay. Yeah, pretty much just this tornado-warned storm that's looking interesting at this point in time. It looks a little bit more interesting from the Radisson radar station. We'll see if it wraps up. I know there's actually a couple of spotters underneath that one right now. But I don't know if they're seeing anything spectacular at the moment. I'm just going through the comments here. Melissa B says, yeah, Adam, just lightly raining in Hamilton. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Friday looks interesting in southern Ontario. Could see some severe thunderstorm development. We'll see. We will see. Is my stream choppy at all? Or is it smooth? Can you let me know in the comments? Is my stream smooth or choppy? I was getting a little like Wi-Fi.
Smooth here.
Oh, I was getting that, the little Wi-Fi symbol on StreamYard. When it like drops down to like 2 bars and then 1 bar.
Yeah.
I was getting that. I realized I'm on the Bell DSL, which doesn't have the strongest upload. I forgot to switch back to Rogers, but whatever, it's fine. It's my backup, so I'm happy that it's smooth because it's like the backup for live streaming, right? So
Rogers has been having issues today, though.
Giggle Plays says hi. What's up, Giggle Plays? Let's see here. The stream is smooth here, says Neil. There's Giggle Plays says hi. Let's see here. Rogers has been messed up for you there, or has it been okay?
Oh, I don't use Rogers. I have Bell, but I've been hearing that Rogers have been having issues today.
Oh, so you're probably on Bell Fi. You're on pure fiber, right? What's your upload and
Yeah,
download, like 1,000 or something?
I think it's 2 gigabytes.
You have 2 gig up and down. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
Sweet. That's pretty nice. I like it. Yeah, that's a nice connection. You share that with a whole building though, right? Oh no, that's still independent lines because it's fiber optic. So it's not like cable where, like with cable, like if there's everybody on your street is like using it at the same time, then it's the whole thing starts to slow down slightly. But it's usually pretty good now. That was more like years ago.
yeah, that would be a problem in my building with 60 floors.
Neil says I've never heard one single person in 20 years say anything good about Rogers. Rogers has been fine for me. Actually, it's been super stable here in Barrie. It's been so stable. Whereas I find actually the Bell I got as a backup to Rogers going down, the Bell occasionally goes down, especially at 2 in the morning. I think they're doing maintenance like right at 2 in the morning. I mean, most humans aren't awake at 2 in the morning, but I sure am occasionally. And I have to make sure that I'm not streaming with it at 2 in the morning because I swear, like every morning at 2 in the morning, it's just like everything stops working, and I'm like, oh yeah, I better switch back to Rogers. So, but Rogers used to do that too. Like sometimes at 2 in the morning, Rogers would all of a sudden decide to. That's like the classic maintenance hour for these ISPs. If those who
Yeah,
don't know
in
what
my other
ISP means,
building, it was Rogers that would cause me issues at 2 a.m. I've never noticed it with Bell.
yeah, it happens occasionally, back and forth. Let's see here.
And I'm up at
Adam,
2 a.m. most of the time.
1 second here. Um, Adam McKay had a question. Why doesn't Canada's Weather Office have more Doppler radar balls? This is a cute way of saying it. I get the population tends to be 150 miles from the southern border, yet some capitals don't even have coverage. Which capitals don't even have coverage, Adam? Because they just, Environment Canada just installed like 33 new radars and they have much longer range. So I don't know what you're referring to, which capitals don't. The only thing would be maybe the territories. There's no radars up here in most of the territories. In fact, in all of the territories. The only radars are, you can see them all here. They're all down here in the south along, basically they follow the population. Obviously there's population up here in the middle of nowhere, but you know, the main radar, there's typically, I don't know what the ratio is, but typically there has to be a certain amount of population to justify a radar or something to that extent. That's up to them. Obviously we have no say in the matter, but that seems to be the case. But there's capitals that don't have a radar. Which one are you referring to? I don't know if Yellowknife. Oh, I see. Well, the territories, yeah. So the territories don't have radars up there. There's satellite up there, but typically there's not enough severe thunderstorm risk up in those areas to justify a radar. I'm assuming that's just my guess with it. I mean, the fact that we have one up here now for Fort Mac is pretty sweet because we never had that before. So that's the most northern radar, all the way up to Fort Chipewyan.
You say that as there's a severe thunderstorm warning in Yukon right now.
That's true. I mean, there is this radar in Alaska, but it doesn't make it. I wonder if they have a long-range version of this radar. I don't even know if we can load this radar. Oh, we can. Wow. Okay. How about this? Where's Whitehorse? Probably not. Where is it? How come I can't zoom in?
Further to the south towards BC.
Oh, is it right here? Ah, yeah. Okay, so it doesn't make it. Oh, wait. I didn't even know we could load PAC. Hold on. Oh, yeah, you know what? There you go. The U.S. radar actually reaches Whitehorse on the very, very, very edge of it. So what radar station is this? This is Bjorka Island, Alaska. Bjorka Island, Alaska has radar that just makes it to Whitehorse. So at least you can see like the storm shape. You couldn't see velocity at this range, but at least you can, because it looks like a C-band radar, but at least you can see the storm shape up there. So yeah, Whitehorse has radar. Barely has radar. Let's see here. It's only the territories that don't have their own radar stations up there, typically. Stacy says, every time I pop on, you're mispronouncing a city. If you guys could let me know if there's if there's some sort of town pronunciation school that I can go to, that would be great. I'll go study there for like 3 years and come back and still mispronounce everything. Although the hail core in this storm northwest of Dunkirk is starting to kick it up a notch. Okay. All right. Moose Jaw might see some strong wind gusts in here, some torrential rain. That's all kind of heading up towards Regina as well, too. Yeah, it's trying to track this way, but it's still tracking to the east. Brendan, I really want to get storm relative velocity going for Canadian radar, because no one's ever done that. I was talking to Dr. Sills about it. That'd be sweet, eh? Yeah. Yeah, it'd be nice to have it both for US and Canadian radar on Instant Weather Pro. It'd be cool. Let's see here. Amazing Person 349 says, watching an area of rotation by Fenton, Saskatchewan on the north end of that line of storms. I'll take a peek at it. Thank you. Let's see here. Megan says, how far does each radar reach? I think the new ones are 330 kilometers is the full range. Something like that. Something to that range. Okay, sorry, I'm just going through the comments here. Give me 1 second. On the north side of that range, where did he say it was again? Let me see. How did I already lose Amazing Person 3409's comment? Bass Bro says, any storm chasers on the ground? Yeah, there's a few, actually. There's several in Saskatchewan on the ground right now with these storms. Pretty wild shelf cloud, actually. Let's see here. Oh, Tim says Chip E. Wayne. Wyan. Chippy Wyan? Chippy Wyan? Sorry, just going through the comments. Where did that Amazing Person 3409 comment go? Oh, Fenton. Okay, Fenton, Saskatchewan. Hey, Google Plays, I see you there, bud. Let's see here. Saskatchewan. Oh, yeah. Fenton, Saskatchewan. Okay, let me find that. I see. Yeah, I see that there. That's interesting. Is it kind of like a bookend a bit? This frame is interesting. And then there's that one. Yeah, some pretty high values in there. Let's see what Tilt 2 is doing. Okay, okay. Tilt 2 looks decent. Tilt 3 looks amazing. Tilt 4, okay. Yeah, I see that there for sure. And that is outside of the tornado watch. Has a little bit of a bookend kind of situation to it. Yeah, I think that's worth a notification. Appreciate that, Amazing Person 349. Good eye. Amazing Person 349 is our favorite person ever. Okay, let's see. Let's go find that storm. I'll head over to our notification system. Actually, let me just make sure it's loaded. Okay, it is. All right, notification system. And let's go find Fenton, Saskatchewan. I think it's here-ish. Let me figure out exactly where it is. So it's it's just southeast of Prince Albert. So Prince Albert, Fenton. Where did you go? Is it Birch Hills? Oh, it is Birch Hills. Okay, perfect. Okay, so it's this storm right here. And let's make sure which way it's going. I think it's going to the northeast. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Sounds good. Let me do a little thing like this, a little something like this, a little polygon like that. Let me see. That might be a bit big because it's not going up towards Prince Albert. So let me dial this back here. Let me get Prince Albert out of that polygon. And we'll do something like that. Let's see here. Okay. All right, I like it. I like it. Where's Fenton? It's got to be in here somewhere. Right near Birch Hills, yeah. Okay. Something like that. All right, let's update that. 191 people up there. It surprises me every time. Let's go minor rotation. Actually, I'm just going to go rotation because it actually looks pretty decent. Rotation detected on the storm near Birch Hills. Tracking to the northeast. The time here. Birch Hills. I'll make this more clear. Near Birch Hills, southeast of Prince Albert. Tracking to the northeast. And the time is 7:44. Here we go. Okay. It actually says PM this time, which is fantastic. And sent. Thank you, amazing person 3409. I don't know what's with the numbers in your name, but I like it. Okay. Oh, update. All right. All right. There you go. Update still looks strong. There's some really strong wind values in there. I'm hoping those are just noise, but 142.56 kilometers an hour. Okay. Okay. Let's see what tilt 2 is doing. Tilt 3, tilt 4. Yeah, it's definitely supported at least for a couple of tilts there. 2 or 3. The Humboldt storm looks interesting. Not super duper strong, but there's some embedded wind shear in there for sure. Definitely seen a little bit of minor rotation there, but nothing spectacular. Let's go look at the tornado warned storm up here. It's looking pretty messy. Yeah. Might be falling apart a bit there. It's got a little something going on here, but besides its hail core, it looks like it might be falling apart, which is good news. Good news for those in the path of that. Let's see here. Storm southwest of Regina, southwest of Moose Jaw here, continues to look about the same. Still a little bit of the severe thunderstorm potential on it. Oh, I see Environment Canada has issued a very skinny severe thunderstorm warning for it. Let's see what they say in the details here. Nickel-size hail, so marginally severe. From Vantage to Caronport, tracking to the northeast of 40 kilometers an hour. Could see some flash flooding in it. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. Okay. That's a very skinny vertical severe thunderstorm warning box. If it keeps tracking that way, I could see the severe thunderstorm watch getting extended to the east, but that will be up to Environment Canada. Okay. Yeah, this storm that is under a tornado warning seems to be, the rotation on it seems to be weakening quite a bit. There's still just a tiny, tiny little bit of something right here. But it is definitely not as organized as it once was. It does kind of have a little bit of a tail kind of hanging down from it, but not really. It's just an odd shape. Definitely a decent hail core in there as well. This one up by southeast of Prince Albert, though, is kind of kicking it up as it might actually be a downburst in there, but kind of a downbursty signature because it's on the front side of the bow. So it could be like a little QLCS, but I think it's probably a little downburst or microburst signature if those values are legit, unless those values are noise, and then that's possibly nothing. But okay. Oh, we're getting some higher percentages here. 30% total severe risk on that storm. Oh, they've extended the severe thunderstorm warning in this tiny little square. Okay, okay. All right, there's that. Oh, looks like the Northern Tornadoes Project has completed a drown and grown survey. Grown. I got to read slower. The NTP team has completed a drone and ground survey yesterday in the Mallorytown area where a fatality and serious injury occurred at a local campground during an early morning storm on June 22nd. Yeah, we were live streaming for that, if you remember, and Mallorytown looked really strong. I posted a polygon for Mallorytown. Downburst damage to trees over an area approximately 9 kilometers long and up to 5 kilometers wide. Maximum wind speed of 115 kilometers an hour. So it was an EF0 downburst. See, people say like, oh, EF0, oh, that's so weak. Well, this EF0 killed someone. So...
Not to mention what happened in Mattawa.
Yeah, not to mention what happened in Mattawa. There was like, I heard head injuries. There was a broken leg, I heard. I don't know if any of that's true, but that's just what we heard in comments and stuff. There was people trapped for hours, huge trees down everywhere. That was a downburst as well, too. Did they rate that one yet? I think they said EF1 downburst, right?
They said at least EF1.
At least EF1 downburst, yeah.
Investigating, but they said it's some of the strongest downburst damage the NTP has seen to date. I don't know if that means like overall or just for this storm system.
I think overall, probably. I would think so. But yeah, pretty wild downburst causing a fatality in Mallorytown. That was wild. Yeah, that was sad. Thoughts are with the family and friends of those who passed because of that storm. That was wild. We were live streaming until
3 fatalities in upstate New York where that same system spawned a tornado.
Oh, that same storm.
Sunday morning.
Yeah, so it was a downburst there, and then I think that storm turned into a tornado, and then 3 fatalities just south of the border. Excuse me. Yeah. That's rough. This keeps increasing in risk here. 35% total severe risk now, 2% tornado risk, 8% severe wind risk on that storm heading into the Moose Jaw area. All right, still tornado warning on this storm. I don't know how long that's going to last, but we'll see. They're probably basing it on what they're finding out from spotters, I would think. But overall, I think that storm's probably weakening. I would not be surprised if they did drop the warning on that one, but we'll see. Looks like we just got an update here. 1 second here. Let me just reload that. Yeah, there's the update, the 48. And there's still something going on here near Vaughan, V-A-W-N, northeast of Payton. There's still a little something. So maybe they'll hang on to that tornado warning just for a bit, just in case it decides to increase in strength. But again, I would not be surprised if they did drop it. We will see. The shelf clouds on that storm, though, are just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Severe thunderstorm watch in Regina. We're hearing from Siamese Cat. Thank you. Oh, yes, I see that has been extended now. Yep. So, as expected, Environment Canada has extended severe thunderstorm watch to the east towards Regina. And that is why we are seeing... and that is because we are seeing these storms moving east towards Moose Jaw and eventually east towards Regina as well. Melody says, anything big gonna hit Moose Jaw? There's a storm like right on top of you, basically. It's on its way. Just looks like some heavy rain, probably some lightning in there. Maybe some small hail, but it doesn't look too spectacular at the moment. Meg says, was it confirmed how many tornadoes dropped from Thursday afternoon / evening in Saskatchewan? I believe, what was it, 8? This was that event where there was just a bunch of tornadoes, right? I think it was 8. I think 8 in total, but I'd have to double check. Excuse me. Oh, Fenton. I got to go check on Fenton. Thank you, Amazing Person 349. Says it's starting to look a little more interesting up there. Oh, yeah. I agree. Yeah, now we're starting to see some really high value here. 97 on one side, 59 on the other side. So decent VROT right there on that storm. Glad I posted about rotation. And by that, I mean I'm glad Amazing Person 3409 told me to post about rotation. Or at least told me to take a look at it. So thank you so much for that update. Appreciate it. Adam K said, any of the storms near Mallory Town affect Cornwall and southern Quebec? No, they were moving like due south. So they basically just went, or basically southeast. They went through Mallory Town and straight into New York State. They didn't move to the east. Tana Bear said 8 tornadoes. Yeah, about that. Mainly from, I think, 2 or 3. They're mainly from 2 or 3 supercells, but I guess they dropped them and lifted and dropped them and lifted and that type of thing. Alex, is there any chance of a tornado hitting Regina? It's not entirely out of the question, but it doesn't seem likely at this point in time. I'm not seeing any super strong rotation down there. So chances are low, I would say. Crazier things have happened, so you never know. But Regina had one of the deadliest tornadoes in all of Canadian history. Is any of this going to come to Ontario, says Rebecca? I mean, maybe in the next few days, but it's got a long ways to go. So I don't think so. Not at the moment. Maybe in the next few days, but yeah.
I think we could be looking at a severe risk tomorrow
Friday, right?
In deep southwestern Ontario.
Oh, that's right. I don't think that's from the exact same system.
But not the same system.
No. That's probably
severe weather.
Probably more of what we're seeing down in Wisconsin right now, heading towards us. So tomorrow definitely a risk for Southern Ontario. I'm assuming Brennan's probably working on a map Friday, for that at some point in time. Oh wait, sorry, tomorrow's Thursday. That's right. Sorry, my bad. Is there a risk for tomorrow? Because I only really saw a risk for Friday. What's going on for tomorrow?
Deep southwestern Ontario, so like Windsor, Chatham, Sarnia.
Oh, okay.
It's questionable, but it's there.
Interesting. Random Gamer says, what does Payton look like? I'm watching it right now, actually. They have ended the tornado warning to the west. They did keep it for just around the storm, probably because there's still just some velocity in there that's interesting. Still a bit of rotation in there and some fairly high values right on what this seems like a little perceived hook. So yeah, so they're hanging on to it for now. We'll see what actually happens. You can see it animating on Brennan's slice of the screen on the right side there. So we wait. And this one over here near southeast of Prince Albert is kind of looking interesting as well. It's got some pretty high values here. Doesn't look as strong on tilt 2 now. Tilt 3 looks better. Tilt 1 does look interesting though. Still could be a little bit of a little microburst or something, but there is definitely some rotation right near Fenton, Saskatchewan.
It looks like they actually did drop the tornado warning on that cell too. I just refreshed.
Oh, they've entirely dropped it now? Here's the latest Penton. Here's the latest Penton update. Still seeing some really high winds in there. 150.48 kilometers an hour. If you're near the Birch Hills area, I would probably be taking shelter with that storm. It's just got a really strong signature on it. I'm surprised there's still no severe thunderstorm warning or severe thunderstorm watch. There's a whole lot of zippity-doo-dah from Environment Canada on that cell, but there's some really strong values in there. Maybe they think they're noise. Maybe they're not looking up that way. I don't know. Maybe they don't have a amazing person 3409 who tells them about these storms when we're watching other storms. Yeah, so they dropped the tornado warning on this one. There's still a little hook, and there's still a little something. Still something on that storm, but they have dropped the tornado warning. I think I'll probably hang on with my tornado potential polygon until this weekend's even more, because there's still just something or other on there. But we'll see here. Let me see. There we go. Oh, Ms. Esri says, have a whole bunch of other people watching radar and pointing things out, crowdsourcing. Yeah, exactly. We have a wonderful, wonderful community of crowdsourced storm watchers. And it's a very helpful thing. It really, really does help a lot, actually. The only way we can get in touch with Amazing Person 3409 is by live streaming. So it's kind of important that we go live, I guess, just so we can get Amazing Person 3409's feedback on stuff. 3409, are you a meteorologist, by the way? I have a feeling you might be. Or maybe you're a storm chaser. Or maybe you're just you just chase storms from your house. You're an armchair chaser. Let us know. We want to know more about you. Every time I ask more about 3409, I get radio silence I've been trying. I've been trying to get to know them better. Calgary Tech comes in as a new member. Thank you so much, Calgary Tech. Calgary Tech also said they're very surprised that we had the temperatures drop in Ontario from the heat dome without thunderstorms. Is like, that's a pretty surprising thing. Sometimes like a cold front can come through and just, it just doesn't spark anything. That happens. But thank you so much for becoming a member of our channel. We sincerely appreciate it. Lady Esri says, amazing person 3409, keep being mysterious. No, don't encourage the mysteriousness. I want to know who this person is. It's okay. One of these days. It's probably just Brennan on like an alt account.
Yeah, in my spare time.
And in Brennan's spare time, he's trolling me from an alt. Let's see here. There's a little something going on up here near Glassland, Saskatchewan, near Parkdale. There's a little bit of something or other. It's only on tilt 1. I think I might get a little polygon going just as a precautionary measure. Nightburn says, maybe you need to open the IW Discord for all. Okay, here's a question. 3409. If we launch the Instant Weather Discord, would you be willing to join it? I'm just going to put that out there right now. And if we made it semi-private, just for like people that watch Radar and stuff, would you join it? Yes, no. I'm just like handing a note in school, like handing a note. Yes, no, maybe, circle 1. Ryan says, maybe he watches you on mute. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if many do. They've just like had enough of me. Let's see here. Troy says, what's the biggest tornado you've ever covered? We notified really early on the EF4 in Alberta. So that's probably the highest rated one. I don't know if we were live for that. I don't think we were, because I think it was like Canada Day. I was with family. I don't think we went live, but we were all over it, like with posts and notifications. I'm pretty sure I notified it before the tornado warning, I think. I'm pretty sure. I said rotation detected before the tornado warning. And that turned into an EF4, which was insane. Probably the EF3 that went through Dunrobin and Ottawa, we were live for that. That was in 2018. So, yeah. Caitlin says a Discord for Instant Weather Pro subscribers would be great. We do have a Facebook chat for Instant Weather Pro subscribers. But it would be cool to do a Discord. It'd be tricky to like once we add somebody to the Discord and then they stop subscribing to Instant Weather Pro, like I don't really want to like boot people from it. I'd rather just like, I guess if you subscribe to Instant Weather Pro for a month or a year, it doesn't matter. You get into the Discord. I think that would be the rule, because I don't want to like kick people out because they're not subscribed anymore. That's mean, right? I think that would be mean. Chippy Monk says, family drama chased me off of Facebook years ago, so I'd like that. It's too bad you're not on Facebook just for like our storm reporting groups, because they're wild. Like, what's the number of OSR now? I don't know, 510,000 people reporting their storm activity. Pretty wild. Caitlin says, I'm always subscribed, so that wouldn't bother me. No, I get that. I appreciate it. But you know what I mean? I just think that would be mean. Like, if we put somebody in there and then kick them off, I think that would be pretty mean. Giggle Gal says, for Discord, you can have a sub chat that just auto checks if they aren't a member. Yeah, I mean, we could probably figure that out. Lady Esri says, there's a pro chat. I have Instant Weather Pro too. Yeah, if you are a subscriber to Instant Weather Pro, then in the email that Teresa sent you would be a link to our private Facebook group for Instant Weather Pro subscribers. And if you're in that, then you have access to a private chat that we have where people just kind of say like, this is working, this is not, this is cool, can you add this kind of stuff. We have a little forecast discussion chat in there as well too. Mrs. Heather says, let me go on for that email. What if I still don't have that email? You might still have it. Just search for Instant Weather in your email. You might still have it. And if not, just email us, help@instantweather.ca. And then we'll check for your account, and then we'll get you added. All right. Oh, yeah, we were waiting for this to update. Okay, this kind of did update and kind of still looks interesting. Okay, I'm going rotation on that one too. The Glaslyn storm. Okay, let's do that together. Why is this full screen? I see what happened. Okay. Okay. It was my fault. What else is new? Okay, so let's see here. Okay. Notification system. Let's go find that storm. And where is it? It's up here. Somewhere. I think it's up here. Yeah, that's the one. So let me just take a look exactly where it is. Okay, so the 2 storms to the south, and that one's that one. 2 storms to the south, and that one. Okay, there we go. We really gotta. We had a system before where Instant Weather Pro was like part of our notification system, but it kind of like had some bugs early on, and then we were so busy with other things we never fixed it, and that's where we are now. So we're just using a mosaic radar for this. It's kind of a pain in the butt. Glaslyn, there we go. Okay, tracking to the which way? To the east-northeast. So we have Glaslyn to the east, northeast. Okay. Okay, I think we got it. Here we go. Update. How many people? 84. So shocking. Shocking. Rotation detected on the storm near what is it? Glaslyn. Glaslyn. Glaslyn tracking to the east-northeast. The timing here is going to be 8:05. Okay. Clickety, clackety, clack. There we go. And notification sent. Okay. Yeah, a little bit of something going on there. Okay. Let's go down and look at the storm that used to be tornado warned. Starting to look pretty good again. Not so much until 2, but there's a decent broad rotation near Vaughan, VAWN, and heading towards Cavalier. Kind of glad I still have that tornado potential polygon here. We'll see what it does as it tracks to the east. But it's got some broad rotation there. It's quite broad. Let's go take a look at what's happening down by Moose Jaw. What's happening for our Moose Jaw storm? Let's look at the details here. 8% total severe risk, 6% severe wind risk, 0.01% tornado risk. So unlikely we're going to see a tornado with that storm. 3% severe hail risk. And let's see what's happening down here near Mossbank. Okay. Some gusty winds, some torrential rain, maybe a little bit of hail. And that will eventually head up in towards Regina as well. There's actually an outflow boundary pushing out in front of the storm. That could bring some gusty winds even before the storm hits. But if we're breaking into outflow here, then those might be gusting out, which means the overall severe risk for them may be tapering off a bit. A bit. Oh, new update. Okay. Where's our... Okay, if that one has a new update, the next one should have a new update. Our Birch Hill storm's kind of getting a little messier. Yeah, it's pretty messy. Let's see. Okay. Give me just a second here. Okay, where was I? All right. Things seem to be tapering off a bit. Still could be some severe risk, but let's see. Did we? Oh, we did get a new update on that one. Yeah. That Vaughn storm, just basically hail at this point. A little bit of broad rotation, but nothing too spectacular. This one up here by Glaslin has weakened on the latest frame. It's gotten a lot softer, so that's good news for that one. And the Prince Albert storm, southeast of Prince Albert, still looks like it could be a little bit of a microburst, but nothing too spectacular. And stuff heading into Humboldt. It's a lot of lightning, torrential rain. Stuff heading into Wynyard, about the same. Stuff heading into Moose Jaw, gusty winds, some lightning, maybe some small hail on these storms down here. But overall, nothing too spectacular. Still some marginal severe thunderstorm potential with them. We do have some lightning in Alberta as well too, but it's not that wild. And all right. Okay. I think we're going to shut down stream for now. But Miss Esri says, grumpy storms, but not spicy grumpy. Yeah, not spicy grumpy at the moment. So tornado warning has ended. I think we are going to shut down the stream for now. But if things get bananas again, then we'll probably spark it back up. But for this point in time, yeah, I think we're gonna shut her down. So thank you for your help, Brendan. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Good night.
Night, and thank you to Alana and Patricia and Lindsay and Teresa and everybody on the team helping out as well too. And Donna says there was a tornado touchdown by Maidstone. We didn't see any. Donna, if you have any details on that, could you please send it to us? Because there was a whole bunch of storm spotters in that storm, and we did not see one report of a touchdown. So if you know for a fact that there was a tornado there, like if you have a photo of it or a video or a link to something like that, could you email us? help@instantweather.ca. If you could send that report to us, we would really appreciate it. And we'll send it over to the Northern Tornadoes Project as well, too, so they can verify it. Yeah. Hopefully everybody stayed safe. Again, if things get a little more spicy, we'll jump back on. But yeah, I see Cameron Thompson says, I have lots of photos of the Maidstone one, but no definitive NATO. Yeah, so that's pretty much what we've seen from everybody. But again, if you do have any reports you can send over to us, we'd sincerely appreciate it if they're significant. And oh, a friend saw it, not pictures. Oh, no pictures? Okay. Well, I mean, if they want to give their report, then yeah, head them over to the Northern Tornadoes Project out of Western University, and they can submit their first person report. It's too bad they didn't get a photo or video of it though. Maybe they didn't have a phone. Anyways, okay, thank you so much, everybody. We'll be back if things get bananas, and if not, then we'll be probably back maybe tomorrow, and for sure Friday looks pretty interesting for Southern Ontario. So we'll probably a slight risk for that. So we'll probably be there probably live for that, and we may be at some point in time live tomorrow. We'll see. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful night. We'll talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.